I think that this mod has just added about 10 years of playability to Minecraft, and I'm not even joking. I mean, look at this. This is, you've probably seen this on various thumbnails in the last 3 weeks. This is Distant Horizons, which creates incredible viewpoints here. So this is a Minecraft mod, it's in early beta, but you can get your hands on it. The way to do that is through the Iris Discord group. However, I mean, look at this. I've set this at it's either 256 chunks or 384 chunks, one of the two. But this gives you insane amounts of distance based off of this. So, I mean, the immersion gained from this, I don't think I'll ever play this game the same again. I don't think I could play without this, effectively. So I'm just going to kind of use this video as a bit of a showcase for you on how this works. Now, I've actually got this set up at 6 render distance. So everything in 6 render distance, you'll kind of see the trees. They get rendered in like normal. And then as you go past that, they get a bit pixelated. Now, certain things will look really weirdly blocky. Like, obviously you're not supposed to zoom in. That kind of breaks the immersion. But I've got a bunch of different mods that can, you know, do that kind of thing. So you can see all the way over there. Now, if you do zoom in, you'll see stuff looks a bit strange. If you decide to try and break the immersion, just see how it looks like from a distance. So if I look at this bamboo forest, they look very blocky. If you ever played the game Unrailed, it's very voxely. It's very like one kind of one or two kind of poly style design. But I mean, look at this. This is crazy. Like, imagine how this looks. So if I come down here and I just quickly change over to a different shader pack that is not being used for this and just apply it, you'll see immediately where we are with this. Now, I'm on 6 render distance. This is currently what I would get with 6 render distance. Now, that's not bad. Even with shaders, these are nice complementary reimagined shaders. You know, I can play the game like this. Most of us have for a long time. You know, it looks pretty good still. You get like the water looks good, all that kind of stuff. It's a great shader. However, if we immediately swap that back, it's, as you saw before, it's just a huge difference. It's just insane. Oh, we're on 8 chunks. 8 chunks with like 6 simulation distance. I mean, look at that. That's a completely different immersion experience. At the moment, I believe Bliss, BSL, and Complementary Reimagined are the only 3 that cover this. My Complementary is not the version that works with this currently. So I will probably re-get that. But for example, you also get a lot of different things that come with this mod. So, as you can see, there is a little bit of weird kind of things where that one in the corner is all blocky, and then if we increased our render distance, this would kind of sort itself out. So if we go to like say 16, for example, you know, that will kind of reload, and you know, we get a bit more immersion here. Obviously it's going to completely reload the world, but look how quick that reloads. I mean, I can see all of those trees over there pretty good. Luckily my PC's pretty decent, so it can kind of handle this speed. But you see the point. You see the point. Now, there's a couple of other things that you can add with this shader to kind of make this a little bit even more dynamic. So, for example, I have a first-person mod, which kind of looks like this. So, if you're wondering why you can't see my hand, that is why. This is a little house a bit on a stream world, just so you know. We got a little dock, so I'll just show you this quickly before we get into this, so you can see the difference. So we're going around, we're seeing all the docks and stuff. Looks pretty good, you know, all that kind of thing. Now, there's another thing that we can add to this. There's probably, you can do this with all the other shaders as well. If you go into your shader packs, you know, some people might already know this. If we add depth of field, we just add that to low here for a second. We just kind of see how the game changes even completely based off this. Look at how much more immersive this is. You see we've now got focus on the block, everything else is blurred out, depth of field. I mean, look at that. We've got distance on that, and then everything else is kind of blurred out. I mean, this changes your immersion massively. So if you put distant horizons, and really start altering your it's funny because this doesn't actually work with my third person mod very well. My character's always blurred out, so normally when I do talking bits to camera, I kind of have to turn this back off. But yeah, so what you can do with this, it's really good because like now, for example, if you start altering around Bliss or and I think you can do it on other shaders as well, adding this depth of field and other little small parts, it starts to really change the immersion of your world. I don't think I'll ever play the game how I was doing before, because this is something else. To show you how good this is, let me just go all the way over here to this village. It's crazy that it was already rendered beforehand. However, let me just show you, and you can see it happening in real time. I mean, even from here you can see it, right? I can see my house and my docks in pretty damn good accuracy. Obviously my render distance doesn't cover the area behind, but I can even see the flames and the smoke off of those little posts that I've got, illumination posts, and it's looking pretty damn good. The only thing is, if you're doing depth of field, be aware that villagers become very intense when you see them. So we'll find a villager. I discovered this on stream yesterday. It was not fun. Look, he'll turn around and look at me in a second. Okay, or not, he's just rude. Okay, so villagers, hey bro, do you wanna look at me? Like they could become very intense. Let's just say they get a bit full on. Like this guy, look, okay, he's now in my space. So yeah, if that wilds you out, turn off the depth of field. But for general kind of looking around, stuff in my hand, look, kind of becomes clear, goes back to blurry when we look at the general environment. Yeah, it's a good little addition. I'm sure there's probably, let's just turn that back off so we can do a little piece to camera. Prefer doing this in a bit of a kind of, we're doing a bit of a one take here, so you know. So you guys know that I'm actually doing this live, so you can see all of the how the lag changes and all that kind of different stuff. Oh, okay, that was actually quite laggy for a second, but yes. So you're kind of getting this. This is how it is. Distant Horizons really has changed the whole experience of Minecraft. I mean, the Bliss shaders are a nice one, definitely, to have as the initial set that works with this, for sure. But try it out. As long as you be wary that when you change all of these things, it can mess up your worlds. I did have one world that it kind of messed up, that it wouldn't load into. So be aware that your worlds could get altered because of the type of terrain generation. However, this was a world that I had before, that I was using before, so effectively, you know, it might not change anything of this world. This world was not affected at all. We just got the cool terrain generation, so you know that worked really nicely. But that would be one thing to be aware of. Other than that, go to the Iris Discord, get all the downloads there, give it a try. Trust me, you'll never play this game the same again, in my opinion. And yeah, we'll leave it there for today. You've heard me rant for long enough. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. I do weekly streams on a Wednesday, and videos every 2 weeks. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. There'll be a little video popping up, so you know, helps me out if you click it. Bye.